I will summarize very briefly, but I'm sure that you understood much of what he said because the words are easily understandable. And we are here mandated by our heads of state who met in Montevideo at the MERCOSUR summit to express our serious concern with the espionage allegations that have come out of Mr. Snowden's revelations. This is something that has grave implications for our region, for the world. I think Minister Elias Jaua used a very good expression when he said, this is an alert that we are giving with respect to a practice that raises serious concerns worldwide, not only as regards the sovereignty of nations and the desirable need for confidence in the relation between states, especially states that are democracies, that engage with the international community through cooperative action, such as is the case with all the countries here represented. But it also raises questions with respect to individual rights, human rights, the right to privacy, the right to information. And if I may add something to what Mr. Jaua said, or Minister Jaua said, the High Commissioner for Human Rights herself, Elías, is on record having expressed her serious concern with these practices from the point of view of the Universal Declaration on Human Rights, the Covenant on Civilian and Political Rights, among other international instruments. More specifically, we also raised the question of the serious implications regarding the denial for the aircraft carrying President Evo Morales of Bolivia to overfly a number of European countries. This is also unprecedented. It raises serious questions with respect to the necessary respect that one should show for heads of state and government, in this case a democratically elected head of state and government from a peaceful region such as ours. And it also requires, I think, serious attention from the international community. This is the message that we transmitted today. As Minister Jaua pointed out, Secretary General Ban Ki-moon shares these concerns. He reacted in a way that shows a sensitivity to the message that we conveyed from our heads of state. And we also had the opportunity to raise a few other issues that are at the top of the regional agenda from our perspective. The situation of the more than 50-year-old embargo that penalizes the sister country of Cuba in Latin America. The support that not only MERCOSUR, but also the Union of South American Nations, CARICOM, now the new mechanism that joins all of Latin America and the Caribbean, CELAC, has expressed to Argentina with respect to its sovereignty over the Malvinas Islands. There was also a discussion regarding Haiti, the only country in our part of the world where there is a United Nations peacekeeping mission deployed at present. We heard expressions of appreciation from the Secretary General with respect to the involvement of all our countries in the stabilization of Haiti, and we vow to remain engaged so that Haiti can experience full political stability in a context of improvement in its social and economic situation as well. I hope that this was a faithful summary.
La parte de Nelly Pilar en español, lo que estaba mencionando, la parte de la Comisión de Derechos Humanos.
A Derechos Humanos, sí, yo añadí un pequeño comentario, es que la alta comisionada para Derechos Humanos, Navi Pillay, se ha manifestado oficialmente sobre estas prácticas de espionaje norteamericanas como práctica que es atentatoria a la Declaración Universal de los Derechos Humanos, disposiciones del Pacto sobre Derechos Civiles y Políticos, entre otros instrumentos. Yo creo que es una manifestación muy importante.
Mr. Minister, thank you very much for the briefing on behalf of the UN Correspondents Association, Camel from CBS News. Can you explain what it is that you are asking the Secretary General to do, particularly about the intelligence and about the asunto del vuelo del presidente de Bolivia? Gracias.
Well, I believe that Minister Elías Jaua conveyed the correct spirit in which this meeting took place. It is a manifestation mandated by our heads of state and an alert that is being given. It is actually incumbent upon us to take certain initiatives, and we will be coordinating to decide exactly how we approach the multilateral system to tackle the different aspects. There is a state sovereignty aspect, the human rights aspect, the violation of diplomatic missions or the rights of heads of state. These are all different questions that will be handled through different initiatives that we will be coordinating.
But Mr. Minister, your MERCOSUR has asked you specifically to ask the Secretary General to act on the issues of prevention and sanctions. Could you tell us specifically what you're going to do to follow up on those two issues and what the Secretary General's response was?
Very briefly, the Secretary General's response was one of sharing the concern that we have expressed, and I would refer all of you to document K67946 that contains the document circulated by the current presidency of MERCOSUR from the mission of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, to the Secretary General himself, to the President of the General Assembly, and to the President of the Security Council, expressing the concerns. I think this is as specific as we would like to be at this point. We will still coordinate on additional initiatives.
Could you at least tell us whether you discussed the possibility of following up at the General Assembly with some kind of a sanctions resolution? Or at least a discussion?
We are still coordinating on the next steps, and again, I would refer you to the document that has been circulated that contains the views of our heads of state on the matter.
The question of whether Edward Snowden is a whistleblower come up. The Secretary General had previously said that he misused information, so I'm wondering.
Solamente una pregunta para el ministro